Okay, let's see here. How's everyone doing this afternoon, this Monday? I know it's a holiday and appreciate you guys coming in and joining us as we get ready to launch our second class of the Manufactured Home Sales Mastery Immersion Sales Training Program. And I wanted to come in and give some brief information for those of you that maybe have seen the posts, have wondered what it's all about. Why even do it? Well, we're going to go over that information here. I'm going to get you in and out of here. No more than 30 minutes. I promise. I appreciate each and every one of you who's taken the time to go ahead and check this out. So what I have learned, folks, real quick, a little bit of background is I have spent the last 13 plus years in the manufactured home sales industry and retail side. I did a little over 6 years with an independent dealership and then almost 7 years with a corporate dealership here in San Antonio, Texas. And what I noticed over those 13 years, especially my time as general manager of both locations, was the lack of my ability to be able to fully train a brand new a new hired sales consultant. Okay. Because as a general manager, you guys may know, or a sales manager, doesn't really matter. Any position that you have within this industry, it's extremely busy. Your time is taken up doing the things that need to be done day in and day out. And so you hire somebody new, they come on board, you want to onboard them, you want to get them trained. And then what ends up happening is you get to maybe spend an hour, 2 hours with them daily throughout the first week, maybe 2 weeks, if that. But what also ends up happening, folks, is that during that time, that training may drop off if you get to complete it all. Some places don't even have a training program within it. And that's totally understandable, especially for independent dealerships. That's why I left the retail side back in April to start Manufactured Home Sales Mastery, because I noticed that need. I wanted to do better for the sales consultants that I had hired, and I just couldn't, because as a general manager, my time was taken up day after day with the daily things that need to get done with deals and customers and sales consultants and operations within the business. So if I had somebody that had come in and just offered the opportunity to pay them to train my new hire sales consultants, where they would say, we're going to spend the next 5 days with this individual and take them from A to Z for you. We're going to train them everything on the psychology of manufactured home sales. And if they would tell me, we're going to train your new hires to understand what it is to be in the manufactured home sales industry, what it is to have to deal with customers who want to buy, however, they fight us every step of the way, end up canceling for no reason at all, and not have it affect the salesperson mentally because they weren't set up properly to be able to deal with the situations that go on with this business. To be able to tell them that, hey, even though you're starting now, you're not probably going to see money for the first 3 to 4 months. That's something that will wear on a sales consultant, especially when they haven't been trained properly when they got started. And so the fact that they don't know what they're doing, they feel like they don't know what they're doing, they feel that lack of confidence. And then you stack on top of that the fact that they feel they're not making progress because they haven't been able to get the deals moving as quickly as they would like to. Well, we start losing those new hires, or they start their ramp up period takes longer than it should. They start burning through leads. I mean, it's not their fault. And it's also not the GM's fault. It's not the owner's fault. It's not the community manager's fault. It's just everybody is so busy doing the daily deals that need to get done. So to be able to fully train a brand new sales consultant is difficult. It was difficult for me. I lost so many sales consultants throughout the last 13 years that should have made it. And it was because I let them down. And because of that, over the last couple of years, I really was thinking to myself, man, what we really need in this industry is we need to have a company that will come in and take that off of our plate, a company that will come in and train these new hires for us and get them ready. Let us as general managers and owners and sales managers and operations managers focus on the business, and let's bring somebody in that can train these folks on what it takes to be successful in this business. So what does that look like? Well, it means training these new hires on what to expect in this business, how this business actually operates, the time frame it takes to get paid, what they can do to accelerate that time frame of getting paid. Now, we spend a whole day on that in this immersion sales training program. being able to work with them on their mindset and helping them understand that to be truly successful in this business, because this is a business where, yes, you're going to make 100,000, you're going to make 125,000, but this is a business that every retailer out there, every community should be expecting each one of their sales consultants to be generating for themselves anywhere than from $200,000 to $300,000 a year, delivering 50 to 60 homes a year. But we don't get them set up properly to do that on the retail side. And that's where Manufactured Home Sales Mastery comes in. That's where our immersion sales training program comes in, because we will take them step by step through all of this, taking those last 13 years that I spent in the retail side, implementing it into this training program for you to take that off of your plate so that you can focus on your business. So we spend that day going over the psychology of manufactured home sales. Then the next day, what we do is we spend that day focusing on the best marketing practices so that they can start generating their own leads while they're in training with us. We set up their Facebook accounts. We get them going on Marketplace. We show them how to post the ads in their area. We get them this framework for that ad so that they can start generating leads, contacting them while they're with us, and already setting appointments for themselves so that by the time they get back to you 1 week later, they are ready to hit the ground running. That day we do the marketing, but then we also focus on the phone process, how to address those leads, how to take those phone calls and take them from just a lead into an appointment, so that by the time they get back to you, they've already got appointments set, they're generating traffic, they're getting deals on the board. And that way we cut down drastically that ramp up period. We get them seeing the progress a lot faster for you. After day two, that's on day two, then we move on to the sales process. What to do when those customers are there. We get them all set up for you with a sales process that will take them from when that client walks in the door through everything that happens between there and when they actually go out and show homes, getting all the information. We dive deep into the interview process that they go over with their clients so that they can go ahead and have the right questions, digging 4, 5, 6 questions deep into these and finding out what is the real reason that these customers want to buy. Because we know that if we can figure that out and if we can solve the problem, then they are able to provide the solution, and providing solution is where the sale comes from. Because everything that we do here at Manufactured Home Sales Mastery is about making sure that we're taking care of the client. We're taking care of that customer that is coming in to look at a home, to purchase a home. And there's a reason for it. I like to say that there's 2 reasons why somebody walks into our sales centers. And that's because they want to buy or they think they can buy. It's our job as sales consultants to figure out what that is. So we take that 3rd day of that immersion sales training program and we spend it that whole day. We spend it on the interview process. What questions to ask, how to find out where they've been at before, what homes they've seen that they liked, what are they looking for in a home, really digging into their needs within the house, because we all know that if we don't have the right home for them, they're not going to end up buying. And so if they're not asking the right questions, well, then they're cutting that sales potential down by not asking the right questions. We dig into where are they placing the home. We go into finance training with them, getting them set up for you so that they understand the different lenders that are out there and the programs that exist for these lenders, the credit criteria that these banks are looking for. We teach them how to run budgets so that they make sure that they're taking good deals for you. We're cutting that work out for you so that they are figuring out, hey, what do these people have on credit? What kind of income do they really have? Is their overtime really where it needs to be so that a 21st Mortgage or a Cascade or a Tamac will use it as income? We go into all of that training for you. We also cover payment calculations based on sales prices and estimated credit scores. We then dive into interest rates and how to figure payments so that they're keeping your clients within the budget that's going to work for that customer. So you're not working this deal, getting it approved, and then finding out that that payment just was way too high for this customer in the first place. So that 3rd day is all about the interview. That's everything that we go in, from the greeting to the warm up to the interview, finding everything out to make sure that we are really taking care of the needs of that client. Then we move on from there to day 4. In day 4, we take them off-site. We go and we're going to do some feature benefit training at a sales lot, at a retail center, where we'll get into some homes. We'll teach them the construction of the homes for you. We're going to teach them how to feature benefit homes, how to ask for the business in the home. Because so many times I've run across sales consultants who will show the homes, do the whole dog and pony for them, but then they're trying to close a deal in the office. And you all know that that makes it so much harder if we just ask the question up front in the house that they say is the one that they really love, asking for the business. Other than price or payment, what would keep you from buying this home today? We get into that. And then from there, how to overcome any objections. And we do that in the house. We train your sales consultants, your new hires, or your veteran sales consultants to get that done in the home. Use the home as their silent salesperson. And we go through all of that with them so that when they get done, they know if they do or do not have a deal. And then lastly, on day 5, folks, we end day 5 with doing 2 main things. One, we're going to sit with them and come up with the best way to move that deal forward that they took and get it to close in the next 10 to 14 days. We show them what needs to happen from there on, because how many times have you had a new sales consultant take a deal and then they're lost because they don't know what to do from there? And of course, you're busy, you're working other deals, you're trying to get other deals approved or moving forward or getting contracts ordered, whatever it may be that takes up from your time. So then that deal hangs there for longer than it should because the sales consultant does not understand what they should be doing, finding out what costs are going to be for delivery, any improvements on the property, speccing out homes, making sure everything's signed off on, things of that nature. We run them through what has to be done after taking the deal so that they can move that deal forward and get it closed within a week to 10 days. That's really what we're after, to be able to speed that time frame up for you and for them so that they can get paid quicker. Because as we all know, time kills deals. I know we've all been there. I know we've all experienced that. And if you guys that are on here, if you've got any questions while I'm going through this, please type them in there. I'm here to answer any questions you may have. And the second part of day 5 of the Immersion Sales Training Program is really what is going to get them set up. And this is where we back up everything that I tell you that we do with a money back guarantee. So here is where we set up their 90-day action plan. What they're going to do, getting back to your office for the next 90 days. We break it down for them, what the expectations are, what are the key indicators they need to be hitting, okay? The milestones they must be hitting over the next 90 days to be able to generate the business immediately upon cutting back to you. How many calls they should be hitting per day, how many appointments they should be getting per week, how many deals they should be taking every week and moving those forward. Because what we're after by doing this for you, spending this week with them and going through this whole immersion sales training program with them, is so that when this sales consultant gets back to your location, they can hit the ground running, as I said, and not just come in and know what to do and know what to say, but actually sell some homes, actually get some sales closed and get at delivering houses, because we want to see that they have, over the next 90 days, have delivered anywhere between 8 to 10 homes for you. That's what we're after. And so with that 90-day action plan, that sets that up. But then what they get on top of that is they actually get 90 days of coaching by us at Manufacturer Home Sales Master. We get on a bi-weekly call with them to see where they're at with this 90-day action plan, because accountability is huge. That's one of the things that's mainly missing when we get into training. We get them trained up, or we, when I was a sales manager or a general manager and I would train somebody, I'd do what I could, let them loose, get them selling. But then there was no real accountability on what they were doing, what milestones they were hitting, how many deals had they taken. Because again, we are busy. I understand that you're busy. You know that you're busy. And so what we do, like I said, is we have that 90-day coaching with them where we will set them up on a schedule and we're following up and we're relaying that information to you, the retailer, the community, the general manager, the sales manager, the owner, whomever you want us to be relaying this information to. We will let you know what's going on. And we're going to make sure that they are hitting these things because we want a return on your investment. So that's 5 days, folks. What to expect in this business and how to go about kicking butt in it. Day 2 is all about marketing the phones, how to set up appointments, how to get leads and set up appointments. Day 3 is the whole sales process from A to Z. Day 4, feature benefit training and closing and overcoming objections. And then day 5, we finish it up with first finding out or teaching them how to get their deals closed in the next 10 days. And then that 90-day action plan. That is 8 hours a day for 5 days where they are just in the work. We're role playing. We're doing calls, live calls. We are interacting with people to get them set up for you because we know that that's not something that can be done at the sales center. No disrespect to you. It's not your fault. I have been there in your position, and I wish that there was a company that had come around that would offer this to me. I would pay it out of my own pocket if the company didn't want to, because I see the benefit to it, right? Because think about it. I know back at my sales center, the last year and a half, the average gross profit per deal was almost $20,000. Last year it was a little over $20,000. This year it was roughly around $17,000 with the change in pricing and whatnot. But my gosh, having somebody that could come in and if they could tell me this rookie is going to sell and deliver 4 or 5 homes over the next 60 days, well, that just added $100,000 to my bottom line in the store. And I didn't have to take the time out to train them. And that's a $1,000 or 1,000% return on investment, 2,000% return on investment. That is ridiculous. So of course it's worth it. And the whole reason we're doing this, folks, okay, if I could, is just because we want to see the change in this industry. This is a great industry. You know what I'm talking about. And so many people, especially now, need affordable housing, but they need us as sales consultants. They need us as retailers and communities to be better. What has always driven me crazy, folks, and I come from the site built industry. Before the 13 years that I spent in manufactured homes, I was in site built industry. And one of the things that always drives me crazy is how people would compare their experience in buying a site built home to a manufactured home. And it always seemed to be that it was an experience for them that they really dreaded when they were buying a manufactured home, because they just weren't getting the information they needed. They were getting the runaround. It was just, we as sales consultants, as retailers, didn't treat it with the same respect that the site built industry treats their deals. Okay. Not that they're any better. It's just something that comes along with the business. And that's what we're trying to help improve across the country. Manufactured home sales mastery. Our mission is that, to be able to help provide clients across the country a better buying experience by helping you, by training your sales consultants, especially your new hires, so that they can experience the success that you and I have had in this business. That's what we're here for. We had a class already scheduled for October 16th through the 20th. Folks, registration is closed on that one, okay? But we have our next one coming up November, okay? We have our next one. I'll put it in chat here. November 13th through the 17th, okay, is when we're having the next one. And that is going to be here in San Antonio, Texas, okay? We're doing the one in October, November, December here in San Antonio, depending how the need and demand goes. Starting in 2024, we may start doing them in different areas around the country. But for now, we're doing it here from HQ, right? Headquarters here in San Antonio. Now, what does this cost? Okay, so let me see if I can do this here while I've got you guys on here. So what we're doing is this. In October, guys, because that was our first class, I had reduced the rate. We were doing an introductory price of only $3,000. And that included the week stay in the hotel. That included their lunch and breakfast, the 5 days of the class. And that also includes a team or a group dinner on Wednesday. Okay. Along with that, folks, they're also getting the course workbook. Okay. They're also getting the 90 days of coaching that come along with it. They're getting the whole class. We're doing a professional headshot, and we're doing a power statement video that they can use for their marketing for themselves. So there's so much value in this. It's coming out to over $25,000 worth of value that they're getting. And it's only those $3,000 in October. Now, in November, what we're doing is this. So I am going to show you here. We have our early bird pricing right now that is only $3,500 per seat. Okay. That $3,500 per seat is if you take advantage of that and get the registration done by October 20th. Okay. So let me get this here real quick, and by October 20th is what we're looking at. Okay. After October 20th, registration is going to close for the November class on November 6th. So on October 21st through November 6th, that's going to go up to $4,000 per seat. Okay. But here's what I'm willing to do for those of you that are on this call today. If you're interested in getting your sales consultants, and you should be, especially your new hires. If you're interested in getting them into this class in November, and we do this today, or we do this today, you're going to get it for only $3,000, what we did for October. Okay. So purchase today, 10/9 at only $3,000. Folks, this, again, it's 5 days, 8-hour training, the psychology of manufactured home sales, marketing, the best marketing practices, so they start generating their leads while they're here already before they get back to you. The phone process on how to be able to handle those leads and get appointments set and start generating their own traffic coming in to see them. Day 3 is all about the sales process, how to build value and take that customer from A to Z when they walk in that door. Day 4, we're getting into feature benefit training, building value, closing in the house and overcoming objections so that they get the deal done right then and there, getting a commitment, moving forward with urgency. And day 5, we get into, and on that day of day 4, we're also doing finance training, budget training, payment calculations so that they understand how that works. And day 5, that's when we get into moving that deal forward as quickly as possible to get it to close within the first 7 to 10 days. Because as we know, time kills deals. And then we also finish it up with a 90-day action plan that we share that action plan with you. And they get 90 days of coaching from us. We are following up with them for the next 90 days. We have scheduled calls to go over their progress, see where they're at, where they're deficient, where they're ahead, so that we can tweak these things as they're going along, find out what they're struggling with. I'm sure you're going to be working with them as well. We're not trying to take anything away from what you do. We're just trying to add on top of it. We're trying to make it even better for you so that they get on the floor and they are being productive. They are starting to generate that income for you. They're generating that revenue. They're adding volume. So $3,000 today. After today, folks, between tomorrow and October 20th, the registration fee is $3,500 for that November class. After October 20th, it'll be $4,000. We are only taking 20 people per class. Okay. So once we get those first 20, that's it. Class is closed and we're moving on to December. Okay. Now you can take advantage if you do it today. If you guys, maybe you think you can't do it for November, but you want to get them in December, I will honor those prices for you right now for that December class as well. So shoot me a message on here or on my social media, whether it's on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, wherever it is that you're watching this. And that way we can get this all taken care of. If you know right now that you're ready to do this, make sure you get a hold of me right now before we end this so that we can get you set up and you can take advantage of the huge savings, because $3,500 after today. After October 20th, it's $4,000. And for the December class, folks, we're doing early bird. If you do them now between October 20th for that December class, you'll get it for that same price of $3,000. But once we get past October 20th, from October 20th through that early bird section of December, it's going to be $4,000. And then the regular price in December will be $4,500. This value, it's still a savings, because you're getting $25,000 worth of value in training, materials, the coaching, the videos, the headshots, the dinners, the hotel stay, the lunch, the breakfast, everything that we include for your sales consultant for only today, for only $3,000. After today, it'd be $3,500 through October 20th. And after October 20th, if you're trying to get them into the November class, it'll be $4,000. Folks, these people are going to come back to you, and they're going to be selling and delivering anywhere from 4 to 5 houses over the next 30 to 45 days for you. So you are going to well recoup that initial $3,000 investment, because like I said, even if your average profit per home were only $10,000, they're bringing you $50,000 over the next 30 to 60 days, and you only invested $3,000 and saved yourself the time of having to train them, the little training that we can give them, because I've been there. Like I said, I understand it's tough to do. You're not burning through a sales consultant. They're not burning through leads because they're coming in already ready, knowing how to handle the leads. So you're not losing business. You're also getting them ramped up a lot faster. So they are generating revenue for you so much quicker. And you're not having to replace. You're avoiding the turnover that comes with this business. You know it. I know it. We've all been there. Folks, don't let this opportunity pass you by. We are doing the full week, 5 days right now for only $3,000. After today, we'll be at the early bird price of $3,500 through October 20th. After October 20th, from the 21st through November 6th, when registration ends for the November class, it's going to be $4,000. Okay. And that's if it even lasts that long, because we're only taking 20 registrations per class. So if you've got a new hire 6 months or less, or maybe you've got a veteran sales consultant that maybe just needs that extra pep, maybe needs that pick me up, that this class will benefit them, you should invest in them. There's a proven fact that 83% of salespeople end up staying with their employer that invests in them. Okay. So many of us on the other end, when I was in retail, when I was a general manager, I know, folks, and you hear me say it, you see it in my posts, I did not have the time to invest more than maybe an hour a day for the first week or two that the new consultant started. So I couldn't get them trained the way that they should have been. And unfortunately, most people nowadays will not take it upon themselves to learn more than what we've trained them. Not everybody's like you and I, that they're going to take the time and the opportunity to learn everything that they should on their own so that they can make the most of this opportunity. So why not take the time and invest in this right now so that you can get your new hires set up where in the next 30 to 60 days, they're generating you an extra $100,000 to $150,000 in revenue because you invested $3,000 in their training and got them set up for a whole week. Again, to recap, what you get with this class, all right? You get the whole week of training, and those 5 days go as follows. Day one is all about the psychology of manufactured home sales, what to expect in this business, how customers react to the business, what happens in the refunds and how long it takes to get paid, everything so that they have a better understanding of what they're getting themselves into, because so many times we lose housing consultants that don't understand the true nature of this business, right? we all know that they can make several $100,000 a year. And so we need to just provide them that opportunity by getting them the training that they deserve. So day one is all about psychology, manufacturer, home sales. Day two, we get into marketing and phone process, how to generate their own leads at a high pace, and how to set these appointments so that customers are coming in to see them, because we all know that driven traffic, self-generated traffic is the best at being able to get potential deals. Day three is all about the sales process, how to take that customer from the moment they walk in the door all the way through getting the deal or going out to show houses. Day four is about feature benefiting, showing the homes, building value, and then closing the deal in the house. And if there are some objections that come up, we want to address them in the house. So we do the overcoming objections training that day as well in the house. We take them out into several homes to be able to feature benefit and get that training out of the way. All right. We also train on finance, budget, payments. Day five, the last day of their training, we get into how to take a deal from the day they sell it to getting it closed in the next 7 to 10 days, so that they get those deals closed fast, get them ordered, get them delivered, and get paid. And then lastly, we set up their 90-day action plan. Their 90-day action plan includes not only milestones that we're going to share with you that they should be hitting, but it includes 90 days of coaching with us, where we're following up with them, their accountability calls that they can get themselves on, so that we make sure that they're hitting all those milestones and generating that income for your location and for themselves. That's everything that they get, along with the hotel stay for that whole week, meals for that whole week. Okay. We get them set up with that. They get the course workbook. They also are going to get their headshot, and they're going to get a power statement video to use for their marketing. The full training of that day, which by itself is worth $20,000. Okay. They get over $25,000 worth of value, and you're only investing $3,000 if we get this done today. After today, from tomorrow on through the 20th, it'll be $3,500. Okay. Right there, $3,500 per seat through October 20th. And then after October 20th, that goes up to $4,000. We're only taking 20 students per class, so that we can get them the attention they need. We can do the role playing they need. We can just really focus on getting them trained as well as possible, so that when they get back to you the following Monday, they are attacking the day and they're getting things done for you. That's our immersion sales training program, folks. We know that it's going to be something great for each and every one of your housing consultants, and for your business, and for you. Let us take that work off of your plate, so that you can focus on what's most important, which is your current deals, your current customers, your current staff, getting business, continuing it to move forward, and let us get your new sales consultants, or those that maybe are in a little rut, and getting them up to speed, getting them going at a faster pace for you, so that they can come back to you and start generating that income for themselves and revenue for the company. Thank you for your time, folks. My name is Cesar Mascoro Jr., Manufactured Home Sales Mastery. We are here to help you. Our next class that we are doing is November 13th through the 17th here in San Antonio, Texas. And we hope to be able to help you and your housing consultants get it done. So reach out to us, send us a message, whatever it is, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, X, or Twitter. We've got it all. YouTube, just reach out to us. We'll get back in touch with you. If you do it today, like I said, you get a huge savings of only $3,000 per seat. After today, it'll be $3,500 between today and the 20th of October. And then after the 20th of October, through when registration ends for the November class on November 6th, it'll be $4,000, but we are only taking 20 participants per class to be able to give them the attention and the time that they need. You guys have a great Monday. I appreciate your time. Hope you're having a great month of October so far, and that you have a strong selling week this week. We'll be in touch, and I look forward to helping each and every one of you.